Oh look, a new video. Impossible, some of you might say, because, well, it's been a month since the last upload. Sorry about that, folks, but college is rough. Doesn't leave you a whole lot of time to do things. But we got a tier list video here, and doing this because I can do this relatively quickly. Not a whole lot going on with it, so easy video. Hooray, we get one. This tier list is outdated by like 2 patches. So, whoops. Anyway, let's get into it. 3.18 current patch. Been some item changes and a little bit of god changes. Item changes weren't really that big, honestly. Witchblade got a protection reduction by 10 protection. Not a big deal. The passive is still ridiculous. Void Shield got his cost increase and his protections decreased, which actually that does have some impact. Because it was a pretty good item before. And now not so much of a great option because of the cost and the loss in protections. But anyway, we'll go over that as we place the gods here. Anyway, first change, Hu Yi is not SS anymore because 3.16, oops, was it 3.16? Anyway, yeah, they recently reduced the cooldown on Mark of the Golden Crow, and I think reduced his scaling on his ricochet to make him less broken, and now he's not completely broken anymore. He actually loses to some gods. Wow. Like Apollo, strangely. But so he's actually gonna go boop right there to S plus. No broken gods anymore. Except we're gonna do this. Frey is entirely broken and ridiculous right now. If you're not playing her, do it. She's insane. AMC stays there. Because whatever, I think all the other hunters beat him for the most part. Except the other hunters that are down here. Kronos, magicals, the magical carries are stronger right now, so he's actually going to move up a little. Yeah, moving up within the tier doesn't mean a whole lot. It just says this god can beat the gods behind it in the same tier if it's played correctly. Kali, I think, is actually really strong right now, and I'm going to move her up past Hu Yi, or I'm going to try to. There we go. She is really undervalued right now, and it's really sad, actually, with how good she is. Auto attackers are really hot right now. That's what you want to be playing. Habla stays where he is because he's Habla. He's not an auto attacker, but that doesn't matter. He's still broken. Let's see. Nem stays there. Artemis has not been really that great lately, so meh. Oops. Go right there. Suisun. Oh boy. See, this is tough now. Because, let's see, he can beat Rom and Givalanke. And Rat, if he's played correctly, he can beat, but he loses to Erlang, which is, this makes this placement a little difficult, but I think I'm going to put him down here, move down a little bit. Erlang is going to go here, because he's been doing a lot better lately. Vulcan has been, like, insane lately. So, he actually gets to go to S now. That passive is nuts, and because auto attack meta is hot right now, it's actually good for him. If, like, Nim, Baka, Kali, Suisun, or Erlang, if they get close to him though, he can just knock them up, throw his meatball on himself and knock them up, and then backfire away and do damage at the same time. So he actually counters them pretty well. S minus is about where it is. Cupid is gonna be stronger with the changes they made, but I'm gonna put him behind Erlang because I don't know what exactly he's gonna do. Xbalanque is gonna go down to S- though. He just hasn't been very good right now. The rest of them stay about the same. Let's take a look at A+. Does anyone here move up? I do not believe so. It's about the same with the A+ tier. A tier. Do the thing about the Witchblade, but Osiris was fine. Was really good before Witchblade was changed initially, so he doesn't move. Mercury. He's still gonna stay where he is. I still value his late game pretty well, even though his early is garbage. You had to just play it really slow. Let's see, A tier. Hello. Don't see any changes here. Herc actually is gonna get bumped up in front of tier. Not that big of a change, but he's like actually pretty good right now. The rest of these guys stay about where you are. Where did I put Arachne? I lost her. Oh, there she is, A-. Moves up to A. Auto attack meta, she's been pretty strong. She's been stronger right now. So, yeah, we'll give her that one. She's kind of hard to place because there's top tier gods. There's higher tier gods she can beat. She can beat Apollo if it's done right. She can beat Rom. She actually counters Erlang, which is a really strange matchup. That's a very specific matchup. And the reason she wins that is because her 2 lets her stop DPS because of her stun and continue her own DPS, secures her poison damage, etc. And Erlang does not handle anything that mitigates his 1 very well. And that we're talking about the stun from Arachne's 2. But she's going to stay down here because she does very poorly against mages. From what I've seen so far, I've been playing her a lot lately just to see. A-. Thanatos is better than Thor. Go up there. B stays the same. Actually, I know Fafnir probably should have been placed higher before this, but right now that's actually correct for him. No, we'll give him the A-. Actually, he's still pretty strong, and I think I undervalued him before, so he moves up. C tier stays the same. D tier stays the same. Don't pick these gods. So, and then finally, 2 newest gods. It's been a while because I don't have Terra on here, so you guys can see that we haven't updated this quite a bit. I don't actually know which one is which because it's not showing me the pictures. So we're gonna pretend the first one is Terra, and she is gonna go right here in front of Sylvanas, because they both kind of do the same thing actually with respect to healing with a high AoE ability that has a lot of control, blah blah blah, all that. They both kind of do the same job, so she goes there. Kumbhakarna, I forgot about you. Let me move you up just a little. He's pretty good for a guard. As far as guardians go, he's pretty good. Doesn't get picked a whole lot, but yeah, just hidden potential there. Then Izanami got a little bit of a buff. Changed the way her auto attacks work. Does 75% of her auto attack of her in-hand damage going out, 25% coming back in. So there's that. makes her damage a little more efficient if you're not good at hitting it the rebound on her auto. And they made her invisible during stealth, but that doesn't do much. She's going to go right here at the bottom of A, which is actually, yeah, that's fine. It's weird for a hunter to be that low, but that's just Izanami. She's just not, her early game doesn't exist, pretty much. She doesn't exist early game. Like, her clear is okay, I guess, but she gets out cleared by a lot. And the fact that you can basically just engage on her whenever you want to and she can't do a whole lot is like dumb. I mean, she doesn't have much ability to counter engage if somebody decides to go on her, because her only escape is her stealth, but it channels so slow. That's what they needed to do, was decrease how long it took to cast the ability rather than making you invisible during stealth, because if you see where they go invisible, then you just damage them right there, and then stealth goes away. And with some gods like on her, you can just impale her against a wall during her channel, and it cancels her ability and stuns her against the wall. And it's like, just her early game gets, or rather, a lot of other gods have a better early game than her. And because she's so late game oriented, that means she has, it's just her early game is really bad because of that. And she'll lose most matchups before she even gets to late game. And that's the main issue with her. She just can't survive, and her early game isn't. Her early and mid game is not at the point where she can uh, make it to late and win if because she gets snowballed on top of too easily. Anyway, there we go. That's the tier list, guys. Got any questions or comments? Leave them down below. And I will see you guys later for hopefully more Duel.